Good morning, class. My name is Mr. Otenyo Wycliffe. Some call me Freeman. Today, we are tackling a topic in surveying called leveling. So, by the end of this topic, you should be able to understand or to describe what is leveling. You should be able to identify the tools and the equipment used in leveling. And finally, you should be able to describe or to carry out the leveling process. First of all, I would like to introduce to you the concept of leveling. Now, the slope of the land varies with the different deviations relative to a datum. This makes it difficult for engineers to set out and construct structures such as roads, railways, houses, dams, airports, etc. This challenge can be overcome by a process called leveling. But what is this leveling? So I'm going to play an audio that describes well what leveling is.
Leveling is the art of determining relative altitude of points on Earth's surface. It is used in surveying to establish the elevation of a point relative to a datum or establish a point at a given elevation relative to a datum.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to display a chart that shows the tools and equipment that are used in leveling. Some of them are the measuring tape. This is the measuring tape. We have got the theodolite. This is the theodolite. Some use the DMP level and total station. So we have the GPS, which is the global positioning system. We have the staff. We have the ranging rod, etc. The next thing I'm going to tackle the leveling process or the process of carrying out leveling. So I'm going to play a video that well shows the leveling process.
Or any benchmark nearby, we have to establish a new one. So for us to establish a new TBM, we have to look for a suitable point to put our TBM. Okay, so for example, we are putting a TBM, we are setting a TBM near a...
So this is the staff, the one that is just vertically held. That is the staff upon which the readings are taken from.
Okay, alongside of the road, so that we are not going to disturb any traffic along the way. So one of the TBM that I can show you right now is by using a nail. And we are going to mark the nail, and we are going to have a marking of red spray over there, so that we recognize that is our TBM. So for us to commence a level run, we need to put our staff on top of this TBM. Then we can start our level run. Then what we are going to do is, we are going to place the staff to our outer level over there. Okay? Then the outer level will read this position as our back side. This will be the first reading.
This is the instrument, the DMP level. So I think you can see it well. The DMP level.
From the outer level set up. Okay, now we continue with the observation. Okay, so over here, we want to observe that particular point. Okay, you can see that Mr. Zainul is adjusting the focus so that he wants to see the staff clearly. Okay, so the one that you have to see, you have to make sure that the staff is clear. The crosshair is a very thin line. Okay, let's try to observe. So over there you can see that there's a reading for upper, middle and lower stadia. Okay, so you have to make sure that the staff is well focused and the crosshair is well focused as well. Okay, you can see that when Mr. Zainul is focusing to read, Madam Hannah over there has to hold the staff perfectly vertical, and her hands does not cover the staff reading. Okay, because we never know where the reading would be. And the way Mr. Zainul is standing, he has to stand carefully and firmly on the ground so that he can obtain a good observation. Right now, this is the example of how we are going to take the intermediate side. The intermediate side will be the reading in between your back side and also your foresight. In this example, we are taking the fire hydrant. Okay, the fire hydrant will be our intermediate side. So our staff will be put right beside the fire hydrant. So the reading will be taken as your intermediate side. That is an example for a fire hydrant. Zainul is taking the intermediate side reading from the same outer level setup just now. So let's say we already finished take that intermediate side reading measurements. What we are going to do next is we are going to change the staff position, okay, to the next intermediate side. For example, we are taking the curb. Okay, so we are going to put, okay, our staff right at the curb, and we are going to take the reading again as our intermediate side.
So you ensure that you focus on the reading well. Make sure you have a clear observation. That is it.
So the course should...
Then after that, you have to move to the booking procedure, whereby you have to record down what we just read and then you compute.
Engineering surveying. Okay, facilitator Dr. Alia, Madam Hana, Mr. Zainul. Okay, practical group number, practical number 3. Okay, the date for today. Okay, and then group number and so on. You can write down your name here. So just now we have taken the backside reading on the TBM. So you write down TBM. Okay, and then you write down the backside reading that you have obtained. Okay, and after that, you have taken intermediate side at the fire hydrant and the curb. So you write down okay, so when you are taking the reading, so you should write down the reading number. Okay, example, another one. Okay, and then the foresight would be the last reading that you have taken before you move to a new instrument station. But just now, we have taken one inverted staff reading. It was to the building. Okay, so it will be on the intermediate side as well. So we've gotten the reading as negative 1.443. Okay, the reason that you are writing in negative because the staff was inverted upside down, so the reading should be in negative value. Right, and then you are going to take to a foresight to any changing point. Let's say your first changing point, CP1. So you will write down the value of your reading. Okay, then one setup. So here is setup 1. Okay, so when you move to a new instrument station, it will be a group of setup 2, and you will start back to take the backside reading. You have to write down here to CP1 because you are picking up the reduced level from CP1. Okay, just now the reduced level was transferred from TBM to fire hydrant to curb to building to CP1. Rest over there. Now pick up back CP1 to the other points that you are interested in to know their reduced level. Let's say we already finished our level run from TBM to TBM2, okay, and we are taking the TBM2 reading as our foresight. So, right now we are taking this measurement from a changing point to our TBM2. So, the reading will be as our foresight before we can change our auto level setup to another point, so that we can return the level run to TBM1, the one that we started with just now. So right now we are going to adjust and tune our auto level to another point, that is our next setup, so that previously our measurement of the foresight will be our backside when we are returning the level run to the first point that we started with. So if you can see right now, just now it is your foresight for that particular setup of auto level. Right now it will be your backside because this is the first reading from this auto level setup. But the point of your foresight just now, it will remain over there. The same position of your foresight will be your backside for this auto level setup, so that you can return to your TBM. Now, since we have changed the instrument station to a new station, but we are fixing this point because we are starting back from this point, going back to TBM. So this point will become, the new reading will become backside, since it is the first reading after new instrument station. So we will write down on the same line because it is the same station, the same point. So we will write down back the reading 1.565. Okay, so after that we proceed to do the same procedure until we get back to TBM original, the first starting point. We have to start and finish at the same point, since this is the only known reduced level value point that is available on our site.
Now, after recording your data, the next step you have to reduce the levels. You can use the two methods, either the height of collimation method or the rise and fall method. I'm going to take you through the summary of what we have just been taken through. So leveling is the art of determining relative altitude of points on Earth's surface. Then the tools used in leveling, we have the leveling instruments, we have the staff, ranging rods, step measure, field work, etc. The leveling procedure, the first thing you should do is set up the instrument, elimination of the parallax error, booking, and finally reducing the levels. Thank you for watching, and have a nice time.